All right, guys, this is my typical loot route on reserve. This is what, patch 0.14, I think. So typically, if you spawn by the two B buildings, I always go in, double check, make sure, you grab. There's typically a duffel bag there, duffel bag there. There might be one there occasionally as well. And then in here, you have the chance of 2 weapon boxes, which actually spawn.
Many people ask me, Nikita.
Oh God.
Will be
Thanks, chat. Thanks for trolling my fucking recording. I appreciate that. Yes, thanks, Nikita. Thank you. I will ask you some more advice next time. Appreciate that. So, loot both B and B building. They are both B building because look, bam, B and B. That they were A B. So typically in here you'll have up to 3 duffel bags. So there, and there. And then you have the chance of I think there's one that normally spawns there too. You have the one that's in this bathroom. You have to open up both doors. And then there's that duffel bag there. Then from there, always hit this little guard shack little thing. I'm not reading chat. Jesus Lord. Shotgun. That's not bad. So that weapon box typically spawns. There's also in that same in this thing here on the left, when you walk in the door, there's typically like juice or ammo or whatever. There's a weapon box down there, but we're not going to loot it right now. So you come up the stairs, come up to this little balcony. There's a black weapon box that spawns there, and there, which neither spawn. There's also some kind of like loose ammo spread around as well. Death God, thanks for the resub, dude. Welcome in. So this weapon box right here never does. It's never part of the dynamic loot. This always spawns. Drop off of here. You typically have a black box that's here, and here. And then from here, you run out here. You run out of stamina while you're doing it, by the way. The cool spot. Yeah, it's very cheeky. A lot of people don't know that train car has potentially up to 3 weapon boxes inside and 1 on top. A lot of people don't know that. And then inside this little tower, you could, take it to go to the extract down there, or I normally just come in and grab that jacket. Then you spin around the building. Come up here, you go in the door. There's a weapon box there. And the one that not always spawns, but it spawns there when it does. I typically just jump off the edge here because I don't care to go all the way around. And then what me and my group of idiots call this is drop down building. Some of you call it, I guess, white horse. I don't know. I don't know chess. I don't know fucking chess pieces at all. So there's that. I typically can either come in the back here and go up to the 2nd floor, or you go all the way around and go to this 1st floor to start. But we're gonna go through the 2nd floor. White Knight. Okay, it's White Knight. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, chat. Thank you. People that know chess are telling me the pieces. So typically here, you can find like stems, grenades. Sometimes you'll have a grenade box that spawns here, but it typically spawns in this chair. There's also the chance of another one of these little weapon boxes spawning right here as well. And then you have this weapon box. You come in here. You have 8 file cabinets. You come in here. There's another little weapon crate thing there. Random, weapon parts spawn on these 2 tables. And then the best things. So you will either get a weapon repair kit or an armor repair kit on this table. Then you have a duffel bag here, a one that spawns in there as well. And then another weapon or armor repair kit that can spawn here. You'll have 2 toolboxes here, followed by 8 of the file cabinets. I typically don't come to the front room, but there's 3 of the jackets, and there could be up to 2 duffel bags that spawn there as well. We'll go ahead and hit 3rd floor. 3rd floor. Sometimes if you come in this room, there's sometimes some like drinks and stuff here. I typically find either milk or condensed milk. There's a PC block, another 4 set of file cabinets. I want to say, so you can have 3 duffel bags. There's one that obviously this one spawns here. There's one in the corner, and there's one on this little thing here. And then typically you'll either find like a horse figurine or a bronze lion, and those two spots there. You come to the end of the block, you'll have some random ammo, some more weapon parts, a big weapon box, a toolbox can spawn here, more random weapon parts, and a toolbox also spawns right there. So leaving this building, aka drop down or white knight, whichever you prefer. I prefer calling it drop down. It makes more sense because you drop from third to second. Whatever. Easier. Then you come to this building, which I don't know the actual name of. We call this tank battery room or building. You have a weapon box that spawns here. A weapon box that spawns here. And you come through here. And the reason we call this tank battery room is because the locked door down there typically has a bunch of weapon boxes and shit like that. Then you'll have two duffel bags that can spawn here and here. Then here you'll have another weapon box that spawns on the back of that truck. Then you come out here, you hit the Connex, and you have two of the black weapon boxes that spawn here. Sometimes none, sometimes just the one, but a lot of the times I've run into it, it typically has both. Then you run back to the mid, and then you have a dead scav inside of this little gas station. Inside here, you have a singular PC block that's right there. From there, I typically run this way, and this is the building that we call PC block or PC building. I don't know the actual name. Don't fire me. It's fine. Typically, a toolbox spawns there, and then in this room, one spawns there, and sometimes here. But this jacket's always here. And then you run up. Okay, imagine if I get a graphics card offline. Yeah. So I don't really mess with second floor because you mostly have to have keys, which it's not really worth it for me. This grenade box here always spawns, and this room back here, you have two chances of two duffel bags. You have this duffel bag spawn here, and then one right here on the couch. Then in this room, you have the single jacket, and then you have 12 file cabinets. Then in the last room, you have the 4 PC blocks and then 4 file cabinets as well. So you have this PC block, PC block, PC block, PC block cabinets. I almost forgot to mention earlier that up here on the roof, you have a weapon box that spawns here. Typically, you know, watch your shit. If you're a scav, people like to camp in dome. But there's that. And then from this building, aka PC block, PC building, whatever you want to call it, we'll run out here. Sometimes I'm just a little too big. I can't, just gonna get my stamina up. Oh my god. Please, stamina. Please. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Basically, Death God, basically. So you have a big weapon box that spawns out here. I don't think there's ever anything that spawns in this, tent. But you have this duffel bag. A duffel bag spawns here. A duffel bag spawns on the couch. And then another duffel bag spawns in that corner on that, that thing there. Then you run into what I call gym building. You don't go into the door there. You always come up top. You hit this room here. You have medical stuff that spawns on the shelves. And then you have a medical med bag there. And then when you come through here, you'll have a duffel bag that spawns here. A duffel bag that spawns there. And a duffel bag that spawns there. We got unlucky and got none of those three. But that's okay. You come down the stairs, you come to this little locker room here, and typically in this room you can have 3, sometimes 4, because it'll go spawn, 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 and spawn of duffel bags. Bust through the door here. Always double check here because you can have, I think there's like 4 or 5 different spawns for duffel bags on these two sets of benches. And then there's also the random loose loot of like drinks, like milk, juice, stuff like that. Then you hit this first server room. Typically, all I ever do when I check this room is I always check the floor here, and I always check this chair here because that's going to be your rare spawn. So like Tetris, I found GPUs, all kinds of stuff. And that's really all I do in this building because I don't really care for the rest of the building. There's more stuff in that building, but this is just my typical loot run, and I average between 500k and 1,000,000 rubles every single scav run on this map. So in this part of medical room or medical building, you have the weapon box that spawns there, weapon box that spawns there, and I believe one can spawn on the ground if I'm not mistaken. In this room back here, you typically only find like these crates or like loose boxes of ammo. I don't really go in there much just because of the chances of you finding stuff in there a lot of the times is just zilch. So in this room, you have a weapon box that spawns here, there, and there. Typically, at least one of them spawns, but I feel like this is a bad raid. There's nothing spawns. And then this hallway, you have a duffel bag that spawns here, and a duffel bag that spawns here. There are, in some of these rooms, there are loose medical items, but typically I don't really just waste my time on it. And these rooms, so in these cubbies, you'll typically find like stems. So like adrenaline or morphine typically. Nothing like super important or worthwhile. Nothing really ever spawns in that room. And then from here, you always run upstairs, go through the hole here, drop into what I call weapon room. You have the big weapon box here, and then ammo typically spawns here. Yeah, see, ammo's down there. Ammo can spawn there. Loose weapon items can spawn on that table as well. And then from here, we'll run across this way. And this building is what I call, shit, what do I normally call this? The broken building, I think is what I normally call it, because, you know, it's obviously broken, right? I always jump up the side to go up to the 3rd floor. Come this way. Because what we're mainly looking for is a way to bypass a room that needs a key, which I think everybody at this point knows exists, but if you don't know, this room, you go to the 3rd floor on the left-hand side, so the east side of the building, go 3rd floor, you come through the guarded gate, you jump through this very last window, you jump down, and boom, here's this room that's got 2 PC blocks. You'll typically have a duffel bag that spawns there, a duffel bag that spawns there, a duffel bag that spawns here, and then loose items on the shelves, which seems like nothing really spawned. It's on both sides. Look at Tetris. Nice. But yeah, so 4 duffel bag spawns in this room, I believe. No, 3. 3 duffel bag spawns, and then a bunch of loose loot on either side of that shelf with the 2 PC blocks. Not a bad deal. So to continue this building, you drop back down, hit 1st floor, you come in this 1st room, you have a PC block over there. Then I typically run up to 2nd floor, so this is that door that you need right here. You know, you need a key to get in, or you can just drop down from 3rd floor. So in this next room, you have a medical bag that can spawn here, here, and here. And then you have a couple loose medical items on the shelf here. And then you come down to the opposite end of the hallway down here. This door is always open. There's a PC block inside. This room has a PC block as well. It has a duffel bag here, there, and there. And then you... so just in case, I never really loot up here anymore because lately dynamic loot has been fucking me when it comes to weapon boxes. So a weapon box can spawn on the couch right here by the door, and then I believe it's down here on the floor and then up there on top of that desk. But I typically don't go up there because of exactly what we just saw. Nothing is in there. It just really and depends on how dynamic loot works. And then you have the PC block here. And then I want to... no, I think that's the only thing that spawns in there. And then there's also 4 file cabinets there, and some loose loot spawns on the couch. And then from there, we come out to this big crate out here next to the truck across from the helicopter. This box typically is where I find all my freaking tank batteries. Which we're not going to find today, apparently, because, you know, I was talking about it, right? This is honestly one of the best technical supply crates that you'll find tank batteries in my opinion. And then if I don't have full bags, I'll come into the helicopter and hit this weapon box here, hit the weapon box here, and then hit the weapon box that normally spawns right there. And then you'll come over here, you'll have the 2, this supply crate, this supply crate. This one is typically, yeah, rations. So these three crates are typically rations, and then this 4th one, I believe, is another one of the, like, where you can get anything, really. I feel like you can find anything in that. This bus typically has some medical items there, and then on the ground over here as well. This little podium stage type thing here. You'll have random weapon spawns, or weapon part spawns here. You'll have this big weapon crate, and then underneath it, Shit, I can get it to work right. Ah, it didn't work. Anyways, you can typically throw yourself through that. It glitches it. And then underneath the stage podium thing, you'll have a little bag underneath the dead scav, which really spawns anything. And then you have the dead scav, which this is where I find a lot of the expensive items, like, you know, your guitar picks, your eggs, your bitcoins, your like that kind of thing. That's typically where I find them. And then you also have the chance of something spawning over here. This is, I think I found a bitcoin sitting over here once. But yeah, that is basically my typical loot run. Aside from a couple of medical items, so if you go into this building here, go up to the second floor, there's a big room with like, I think it's like 5 potential spawns for weapon bags, or not weapon bags, excuse me, medical bags. Medical bags love to spawn in this room up here. This particular spot right here. So, and then stems as well. So stem spawns, medical bag will spawn here, 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 on this bed, on this side of the bed, over here. Like, they spawn everywhere in this building. And then another really good spot for a big box is right here. Boom, another big weapon box. But yeah, that's basically my my loot run for reserve, either as a PMC or a scav. If I'm just coming here as a scav, that's always what I'm doing. I will purposely, even if I spawn over here, I will do that exact run, but backwards, and then I'll take checkpoint fence. Is typically, it's either checkpoint fence I take or the hole in wall by mountains. So, but yeah, if you guys like my run, definitely like the video. Leave a comment if you guys have some, you know, better suggestions for some spots or not. But yeah, that's my loot run on reserve on patch 0.14. Take it easy.